If your partner has cancer, then they would be considered to be a disabled person for the purposes of the Equality Act. Now, how that impacts you in relation to your employment is in relation to something called associative discrimination. And so if you are treated less favourably because of your association with a disabled person, then you may have a potential claim. There is also a potential claim for indirect associative discrimination. So that's where there's something put in place, so a provision, a criteria or practice put in place by your employer that puts you at a disadvantage because of your association with a disabled person. Crucially, however, there is no obligation on your employer to make any reasonable adjustments in relation to your association with somebody who has cancer. So they wouldn't have an obligation to, for example, give you time off to attend appointments or those sorts of things. Now, hopefully, you would have an employer who would be kind and consider the situation that you're in. So it's always worth discussing the situation with your employer and asking for some adjustments to be made. So as I say, there's no legal requirement for them to do so, but in relation to any less favourable treatment or anything that may be put in place that puts you at a particular disadvantage, then you would have a potential claim. Associative discrimination is quite a complex area, and so it's worth getting some advice if you feel like you might have a potential claim or your employer is treating you badly because of what's happening with your partner.